7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are you listening?
Ricky J. Sports.
What is going on, my fellow YouTubers? This is Ricky J, baby, from Ricky J Sports, and welcome to another Fight Camp video. We're hanging out with Colby Covington and GSP, and we are talking about denying secrets on the mat. And I want to thank you guys so much for your support, and thank you for all the guys that send me messages saying, where's the next video? So here it is. It's my secrets. So my number one thing that I want to talk about, well, it's not really my number one thing, but one of the main things is to use a PC monitor when you're playing this game. If you're using a TV that's 50 inches or above, even those 40 inches, even though there's a game mode, there is input lag, guys. And that input lag is what's stopping you from getting the old transitions, the old reversals, channeling your inner GSP. Stop using a TV and use a PC monitor. Now, these days, PC monitors have an HDMI port at the back, so you're not going to need to get all sorts of, devices like a DVI to HDMI plug or a VGA splitter or anything like that. You just simply plug your PS4 or Xbox into the back of your HDMI port to your monitor, and you're gonna get basically no input lag. And when you have no input lag, you're able to really deny your opponent's transitions. Trust me, man. Trust me when I tell you this. Use a PC monitor. There's basically no input lag. It also works well for like games like Call of Duty, even baseball, man. Baseball too. But that's for another video. Another thing I want to talk about is when you are denying your opponent, this little tip has helped me deny my opponent's transition so much to the point where I feel like I'm a beast, man. I am a beast on the mat when it comes to transitions. Now, let me tell you this. Before, when my opponent would transition and when I would go to block it, I would hold for, I'm talking PS4 talk, R2. I know Xbox is RT, but I'm going to talk PS4 talk. I would flick R2 and the right analog to the area that my opponent's going. And for some reason, I felt like I was slower with my transition denials. Now, what I do is, if I'm hitting up my opponent, say I'm GSP, and I know he's about to transition, I simply hold R2. I'm holding R2, waiting for him to transition, and then when I see him transition, I just flick the direction that he's going. So in this situation, he goes right, say he goes up. I am so much faster when it comes to denying transition. So try that. Don't bother flicking R2 in the area they're gonna go. I feel like your hands can't go that fast, especially for me. So what I do is, like I said, is when I see him, when I feel like he's gonna move, I hold R2 down. If you notice GSP's HUD right there, when you hold R2 down, you can't strike. So I'm trying to strike. I can strike now, but I can't strike right here. But I'm just waiting for his move, and then I just flip the right analog to the direction that they're going. That, to me, is a game changer when it comes to my ground game, so try that. Another thing too, a lot of people talk about pre-denials and all that stuff. There's points where your opponent has high stamina and your reaction time needs to be quick. So what I do in certain cases is I pre-deny. So there's a small window where, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know about this, that your opponent is thinking of moving. If you flick it like a fraction of a second, before they make that move, you're able to deny it. So say in this case, Kobe's trying to go to sprawl and I know he's going there. So I will flick it first and I'll deny it. So actually GSP flicked the denial command a second before he did it. Let's see that again. And see that? And he denies it right away. You don't really need to gamble. See, I gambled right there. Sometimes you could see the transition and you can block it, but some cases you have to do the pre-deny action, especially when you're facing guys that have crazy lag, man. I find guys that are in, far away, that live in Brazil especially, I feel like, you can only pre-deny every transition. You have to really do that. You can't see it and deny it. You also can't see it and deny it when there is a stat differential. In some cases, when you're, say if you're a GSP facing a guy that's inferior on the grappling realm, it's really hard to deny some of GSP's transitions. I'm sure you guys get that when you face like those Khabibs, man, where they really are just beasts on the ground. You gotta really be quick with your denials or pre-deny. Also, if your opponent has no stamina and tries to move around, you could see it and deny it. But, you know, when they have a lot of stamina, you really have to, you know, either pre-deny or once you see it, you gotta do it fast. So that's pretty much it, man. That's definitely pretty much it. My main thing that I want to share with you guys in this video is use a PC monitor. Trust me, you'll thank me later. And when you are denying, hold down R2. Trust me, man. I feel like you can do a lot more when it comes to the transition denials. And that's pretty much it. Let me know your strategies when it comes to denials. Again, it has to deal with stamina as well. If your opponent has high stamina and if they block some strikes too, there's different variables that go into it. If your opponent, you know, blocks a couple of your strikes, they're able to get out. You know, it's really hard sometimes to deny certain transitions when they're blocking and then they're getting out. But if you pre-deny, you're still able to deny it. So it's a chess match. If you see your opponent is being very predictable when it comes to, you know, their denials, you can pre-deny and stop them that way. All right, people, so that's pretty much it, man. I'll stop the video. Let's talk about these denial secrets, and I'll catch you in the next video. This is Ricky J, baby, from Ricky J Sports. I love you guys, man, and you are awesome.